So my mail lady delivered me a nice little package today, just a little white envelope. A lot of us are so tired of the parking brake on our DCT Goldwings. Bullet brake has this nice little deal that you take the current banjo bolt out of the front parking brake and replace it with this, and it will hold your Goldwing a whole lot more secure than the parking brake. Kind of stuttering here a little bit because it's not really a parking brake, because it doesn't really hold the parking brake that comes standard equipment on the Goldwing. You're constantly having to adjust the parking brake to get it to hold on the slightest incline. So let's get busy with the install. Okay people, we're going to get started installing the bullet brake to this 2024 Honda Goldwing DCT Tour. First thing we want to do is put down some towels. Don't let my wife know that I came in the house and got a couple of her beach towels here, but I'd rather a beach towel get dirty for a few minutes and no brake fluid get on any of my Goldwing parts. All you really need is a 12mm wrench, and I'm gonna have everything ready to go to put the bullet brake back on here before I take this current banjo bolt off. All you need is a 12mm. We'll take this off. Here is the bullet brake. It'll screw right back in place of the current banjo bolt, excuse me. And they supply you with two new crush washers that have a little rubber seal to them. You have to excuse the camera. I don't have a bunch of fancy camera YouTube recording equipment or anything. I am recording this using a Insta360 X4 360 degree camera. It's what most of my motorcycle videos are shot on. But as you can see, I've already put one of the washers on. This will go through there in place of the current one. Then I'll put this washer on the back, and then we'll screw it back in. So let's get her done. And let me get another little rag just in case we have a little bit of spill here around the handlebars or anything. Don't want to get anything on anything. So we're going to take this loose, and it is pretty tight. But a lot of us are so tired of the stock parking brake on our Honda Goldwing DCT Tours. Because if you're not familiar with the DCT, it's an automatic, and we can't leave it in gear while we're parked like you can a normal, like a 6-speed type transmission deal. And then we just go right back with this, make sure that it gets threaded in there correctly. We do not want it to sorry, I guess I tapped the switch on my camera remote and turned the camera off, but we got it going back in. And you don't have to get it very tight, you just want to snug it up. You do not want to strip anything out. And that's all there is to that. And then they recommend you have to pump the brake back up a bunch of times and kind of help lubricate that switch right here. There's a lot of people that have installed these, and they say that Sometimes you have to pump that brake about 50 to 100 times to start getting any more pressure to it. But I don't want to risk any sponginess later on, so once I get it pumped up, I'm going to bleed my brakes right down there at the front brake caliper to get any and all air out of the system, because I'm currently not getting any kind of pressure built up, and I've done pumped this thing quite a few times. My camera keeps shutting off, I guess because I'm recording in 8K and there's no air moving here in my shop. But I've probably pumped this brake about 50 to 60 times now, and it's pretty firm. So let me remove these rags and stuff, and I'm going to back it back out a little bit so we can get it on an incline and test the brake. But the main purpose is you would squeeze your brake, push in the plunger, let go, and it's holding the front brake now, just like you've got your hand pulled back on the brake. And then to release it, you just hit the brake again. I'll be right back. As you can see right now, the motorcycle will roll. But if I squeeze the front brake and push in the little switch back here, let go, I can shake it, and the front wheel is not moving. And as you can see, the parking brake itself is not set. So I'm going to call that a +1 for the bullet brake for my 24 Honda Goldwing DCT Tour. Till next time.